Hi, welcome to Dev Q&A Part 2 for Project Origin, this time focusing on art-related questions. My name is Corey Allmeyer, I'm the art director for Project Origin.
And I'm Dave Matthews, the primary art lead for Project Origin.
And we'll be answering a few of your questions here today, so let's see how the show goes.
Did someone say show go?
Al Bumsfeld asks, I really enjoyed the recently presented models on 1UP. Will the game itself deliver the same quality as shown on the models in game 2? Yes, those were our game models, so absolutely. We're not building any separate, fancy marketing asset models. Like everything you've seen so far with our game is the in-game models themselves.
This one comes from RoyBoy5371. Has Alma's model or appearance changed at all in Project Origin? We could pass that one off to Megan Walling, one of the character artists. Take it away, Megan.
Why, yes, the Alma model has changed. Both the little girl Alma, which we didn't change the design too much, but she's been upgraded and thing. And then one of the adult versions of Alma, the one that I'm allowed to talk about, has gone through significant updates for sure, and more story elements applied to her visually.
This is another question from 50AEN. When we pick up weapons, items, or ammo, will we actually be able to see a hand reaching out? You'll always see a hand when you're interacting with specific game objects, but I think at just minor inventory items, usually it's just a pickup, because when you pick that stuff up, you could be in the middle of a firefight and you don't want your hand coming off your gun to go groping around for a piece of intel or something like that. But excellent question.
This one comes from Riawi. I guess that's how you pronounce it. What had inspired the devs to create the ruined Auburn?
It's hard to find modern photo reference of nuclear bombs going off, but that's kind of... It wasn't a nuke that the Alma explosion, but it was similar. So we looked at a lot of the stuff from Hiroshima, and yeah, it's kind of a depressing reference to do, but that's where we looked.
Lion Cake asks, what change will be made with the overall lighting system? There's been a lot of changes to the lighting system. I would love to go into monstrous detail about it. But ultimately, the guy that can answer these questions more concisely than I can as a babbling idiot is probably Russ.
So for Project Origin, we're on 3 platforms: PS3, 360, PC. We basically rewrote our shader system to be on all 3 platforms, have a unified look across all 3. We've added HDR, we've added ambient occlusion, we added fast volumetrics, which just allows us to have hundreds of really cool looking volumetrics in a scene. And we've also added static light volumes, so that's actually a big change for us because it went from all dynamic down to being able to have some static light volumes.
Bellyjack95 asks,
Great name.
Are you upgrading or revising the look of all the uniforms for Delta Force and the clone soldiers, or will they basically remain the same with only minor tweaks? Yes, we're overhauling all the uniforms drastically. This is a sequel and it's an escalation, and all the characters are the replicas still look like they're part of the same army, but they've been upgraded a bit, and the group of Deltas in our game are a completely separate unit from the guys that kind of got turned into hamburger in the first game. So everything will look different. I think it would be a bit of a disappointment to our fans if we trotted out the same models from a 3 or 4-year-old game.
So, Turpoir3, that guy, says, how will the art and Project Origin help with the scary factor? I think we've done a few things to kind of help with that scary factor. A few of them is just kind of like overall presentation. But we've also we've changed how Alma will will be present in the game. The little spooky girl is still going to be there, but also again, if you finish out the first game, you know that we definitely showed a different version of Alma. We're starting to play with those ideas a little bit more, and so you're going to see some of that, and how she's kind of composed in the scene is going to be a lot more frightening. So you're going to end up things like, pow, she's right in your face. She might be back over here again, and then, pow, she's right in your face. So we're making it a lot more intimate, and hopefully people are going to enjoy that.
I agree.
This one comes from Context. Do you consider level design as a genuine piece of art, or just the use of different art assets? As an armchair designer myself, I think that level design is a form of art. A lot of the guys on the team, some of them have architectural backgrounds, so they can actually help kind of define the space and make it feel realistic. So not only when they're thinking about combat, they're also thinking about like aesthetics and how light will enter a scene, and just kind of like the flow of room, so it feels realistic. So absolutely, it's an art form, and you know, those guys work hard and have the skill sets to show for it.
Democade asks, what other games, movies, etc. have particularly influenced the look of the outside sections of the game? Well, exclusively the films of Will Smith. Oh, it's a lot of war movies, a lot of World War II movies. It kind of inspired the destroyed city streets.
Like throughout the game, we've gone to actual locations and do actual video shoots.
Yeah.
So we've been able to pull footage directly from areas that we wanted to create. So that's also kind of first-hand experience has been a great instrument in creating some great visuals. Bachelor Party was a great inspiration for our outdoor levels. Independence Day. Oh no, you didn't. That's it for our Dev Q&A Part 2. Hopefully we've been able to answer a lot of these questions, and everybody else that's not in this room also was able to give you some great answers. Please post more. We love it. It gives us a chance to take a break, think about things in a different light, and again, in your face.
Good night.